In recognition of the one-week activities, EuroLeague Basketball taking this opportunity to celebrate the great social work that all clubs are doing by associating with the social program of EuroLeague Basketball that is one team. Of course, as mentioned, they're joining up with their local social entities in order to achieve positive social change all over the continent, using the power of basketball to integrate communities. Well, it's a raucous a cappella chorus cascading down from the stands here at the Olka Sports and Event Hall as the opening tip is up and controlled by the visiting team. And listen to the cat calls and wolf whistles as they attempt to make life difficult for the visitors. And it's resulted in a turnover right off the bat. Geoffrey Laverne getting perfect positioning to draw that offensive foul against Rodrigue Boubois. The French compatriots colliding close to mid-court. Anadolu Efes coming away without a look at the bucket on their first trip down the floor. Slukas finds the Tome inside to Laverne. Laverne not looking at the bucket, tries to find Vesely. Vesely did a good job to recover it. Shot clock in the red. Inside to Laverne, poked away. Slukas beats the buzzer. That is a tough make from Costa Slukas because the shot clock was about to sound. He rescued a broken play, puts his first points on the board after his round 12 MVP performance, and gives Fenerbahce a 2-point lead. Singleton going head-to-head with Williams, backing his man down to the halo, goes to a left-handed jump hook and ties things up. Terrific low post play by Chris Singleton, averaging 7.3 points per game so far this campaign, down on his career numbers of 9.5, but he is such a key player for Coach Adgin Ataman, a real glue guy in the starting five. Slukas fakes the three, gets into the lane, lots of contact, ball down by the ankles, poked away by Singleton, picked up by Vasilija Micic. Singleton credited with the steal. Boubois, the extra pass to Krunoslav Simone, and Krunoslav Simone buries the three-pointer to put his team up by 3, their first lead of the game. He was 0 for 3 in a scoreless performance in round 12. His last three-pointer came in round 6, where he was 1 for 9 from downtown, and since that time he's been 0 for 7, but he snapped his scoring drought here as Fenerbahce come away empty-handed on their trip down the floor. Boubois for 3, back iron on the shot. Derek Williams with a big defensive rebound, his first of the night. So Slukas, Laverne beyond his shooting range, he puts the ball on the floor. Now he's going to work on Tibor Pleiss, goes to his footwork down in the block. What a move from Geoffrey Laverne. Started that dribble drive out by the three-point line. And still able to use that terrific footwork, which is such a characteristic of his interior game, to get to the bucket and get it to go. Deflected out of bounds by Williams. So 8 seconds will be on this shot clock possession for Anadolu Efes Istanbul. Larkin waiting to check in off the bench. It's Boubois, surely aware of the time score context. Now that's an offensive foul again. So 2 offensive fouls called against Anadolu Efes Istanbul. The first on the first play of the game. Here Chris Singleton comes to set a screen, but didn't position his feet correctly, so he's called for his first foul, joining Rodrigue Boubois, who committed an offensive foul on the first play of the game when he collided with Geoffrey Laverne. So aggressive D being played by Vasilija Micic. Nando De Colo going against his national team teammate Rodrigue Boubois, goes up and down with it, and that's why it's a traveling violation. Well, already you get an idea at the level of intensity at which this game is going to be played. Rodrigue Boubois staying with Nando De Colo. Nando De Colo having to work furiously to get into the lane, buffeted all the way down. Micic calling for a screen from Pleiss. Hedging out is Geoffrey Laverne, he's broken up the play. Terrific defensive effort, bullet pass down to Tibor Pleiss, who can't control it. Turnover is the result. The third of the game committed by Anadolu Efes Istanbul, and again this has to be credited to the stifling defensive effort that Fenerbahce have applied here in the first 3.5 minutes. So Slukas waiting for the cutter to arrive at the bucket. Williams for three. Derek Williams has now made a three-pointer in 10 of his last 11 games, and he puts his team up by 2. Unsportsmanlike foul is the call. So it's Derek Williams who's called for the foul. This will be 2 shots and possession for Anadolu Efes Istanbul. And you see that tugging on the jersey take place all the time in the penalty areas of football matches when corners and set pieces are being taken, but not permitted in the sport of basketball. Unsportsmanlike foul because it's deemed not to be a legitimate play on the ball. So 2 shots and possession. Chris Singleton has now made 13 consecutive free throws after knocking down those 2 to tie up the first quarter at 7 points apiece. So here is the following possession for Anadolu Efes Istanbul after Williams was hit with the unsportsmanlike foul. Mitsic, Lovern helping out over the screen. Boubois working on De Colo, takes in baseline, attacks the basket, goes high off the glass, but it's too strong. Rebound, Gigi de Tome. Slukas. Down to the free throw line. Williams fakes the 3, shimmies his way baseline, goes to the spin move, up strong beneath the bucket, did all the hard work, but then couldn't get it to go off the glass. Terrific hustle by Krunoslav.